Hello everyone, welcome to Davi-tech-media, the media that shares news, trending videos, political news, gospel music as well as entertainment. I'm your host and producer, Luchimbi David. I'm here to update you with news, trending videos, political news, gospel music as well as entertainment. Join me. If you are joining me for the first time, click subscription button and hit that notification bell to be the first person to receive the video that will be produced and posted by Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media, updating you.
One of the vice president had meetings at the stadium. Is it Levi Mwanawasa Stadium? Yeah. And to our surprise, Kausu, there was a guy called Akainde Ichirema who was also here on the Copper Belt province. First and foremost, this guy, Akainde Ichirema, came from Lusaka, all the way from Lusaka, without visiting other constituencies. When he visited Ndola, because he's aware that the heavyweight, the bulldozer, is in Ndola, so he decided to go through Kabushi Constituency, and he was booed in Kabushi Constituency. The people of Kabushi Constituency, they have decided. The people of Kabushi Constituency, they have said, us, we have President Edgar Chagwa and our MP, the bulldozer. He was very shocked, actually. He didn't expect that to happen in Kabushi. People, they were lying to him. I told them, I invited them, that come with the entire executive. But he made a mistake. He came alone with the hooligans in Kabushi Constituency. That constituency is a bedroom for His Excellency Edgar Chagwa and the PF. There is no one who can come to Kabushi Constituency and compete with us. We don't have a competitor in Kabushi Constituency. We don't have a competitor. All those people who have decided to stand in Kabushi Constituency, they will just be participating. We are a democratic country, and they will be fulfilling their democratic right. So Akainde Ichirema yesterday was very shocked in Kabushi Constituency. He was very shocked, and I know where he is now. He's wondering, what is there in Kabushi Constituency with Bowman, with the support he receives in Kabushi Constituency? Kabushi Constituency is no-go area for these guys called the UPND. If that wasn't enough, Akainde Ichirema, they had a findo. Ine shamona popo nafya didwe chididwe chamba 9 koloko chapwa 1830. So Akainde wanted to embarrass our honor, the vice president and the UPND. We are in government. We know the system. The system is with us.
When you say he wanted to embarrass the vice president, what do you mean exactly?
Exactly. He wanted to ambush the vice president's motorcade. He wanted to ambush vice president's motorcade. A normal funeral, Kausu, when you start the program at 9 hours, by 11, 12, you're supposed to finish that program, the burial is supposed to take place, and disperse and go to your respective homes. Akainde came with his hooligans, some from Mapatiza, some from Monze, some from other parts of the country. Yesterday in Ndola, they knew that where they are coming, this is the home of the bulldozer. The entire Copper Belt was here. The entire Copper Belt was here. And at 16 hours, the meeting for members who have been adopted to stand on the PF ticket, it was called. 16 hours. So I started off from home, going to Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. And all of us, we know, if you stay in Ndola, there's only one route into Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. There's only one route which leads to Mufrira, Kitwe, and Rwansha, and that is Rwansha Road. All of us, we know. So when we started going to Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, we saw a lot of people. At 16 hours, the funeral which started at 9 hours, we saw a lot of people at Kansenshi Cemetery. And I was very shocked. Up to this time, these guys, they are still burying up to this time. So those guys, they were on mission. They wanted to bring confusion here in Ndola.
You said there was intention to ambush
Yes.
the motorcade.
Yes.
But
Yes.
You have this on good record?
Me, I have the information here. UPND, I've been telling you.
And what did police do? Did you work hand in hand with police?
No,
and
the police
fed you this
the police,
information?
they are on top of the system, the intelligence. They are on top of things. And I can assure you that they wouldn't allow that situation to happen. And
So why do you think he wanted to ambush? Because this is an accusation.
It's
Why
not
do
an
you
accusation.
think-
It's not
why
an
do you
accusation.
think?
I know Akainde Ichrem.
But it's not proven. So
I
it still
know
stands as an
Akainde
accusation.
Ichrem.
Why do you think, if he actually did, why do you think he wanted to ambush?
Very
the
good.
vice
That's a
president?
very good question. As when we were going to Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, we passed through Kansenshi Cemetery. And Akainde Ichrem adinjishwa bwino sana. Adinjishwa bwino sana na ba UPND bonzi badinjishwa bwino sana. Nga badi chitafefia opuba kuli yene. Idia meeting inganali pasamuli 5 minutes. They know me very well.
What would you have done?
I would have made UPND to vacate and disperse from there.
How?
That is how. Because me, I know how. So I can't explain to you how.
No, I'm interested because...
No, you just...
to disperse them.
No police.
Would
No reinforcement. No police. Single-handed.
You
I
would
would
have
have dispersed those people.
You would have used some sort of magic or something?
Not magic. They know me. Those people, they know me. And I'm not a stranger to them. I'm not a stranger to them. They know me. I would have done that. But
What a form of violence. And I'm scared because
not violence.
if police are listening,
The police are listening.
yes,
If they disturbed my vehicles, they would have dispersed from there in 5 minutes' time. And they respected themselves. Had to pass there without any interference.
maybe somebody
So-
would say you pass there to deliberately provoke them into doing something.
That is the main road. That is the main road. There is no one who's allowed to block a main road. That is a main road.
Did they block the main?
Yes. They stopped concentrating on the burying of the deceased. They came to the roadside. Both sides. There's only one cemetery, and the cemetery is on the other side.
I passed through the same place, and this is at the time when I saw you going to Levi Mwanawasa. It was just by the cemetery itself. I saw a horde of police officers. If anybody had broken the law, even in terms of, blocking the roads,
Do you know the reason why police
they would
officers
have been
were
arrested.
there? The reason why the police officers they went there, it's because those guys, they had the intention to bring confusion here in Ndola. Okay? When we passed through that cemetery, 5 minutes, I called my main bus, to come to Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. My bus was attacked. At the same point, the windscreen, it was smashed.
where police officers were
Exactly.
also present.
Exactly.
So police officers let
They
people-
knew.
they let them do that.
My friend, that is what went on yesterday.
So perhaps we are not safe even when we have police officers, because there were
Police officers,
a good number of police officers,
not a
and
good
you are
number of
saying
police officers.
that
Police
they let
officers
them
who
do
were
this.
there, the police officers who were there, some of them, they were controlling traffic. Okay? Some of them, they wanted to make sure that there is order. These people, because their intention was to bring confusion. We have buried our brothers and relatives at Kanshen Cemetery with a lot of people, not that crowd which we saw yesterday, with a lot of people. But we have managed to conduct ourselves in the normal way, and we have managed to bury within few hours. and vacate the cemetery. Yesterday, those guys, they were coming out of the cemetery after 1830. That's why babeti at ma Satanist. Kuti mwaebo abantu barefuma kumanda at 1830 from 10. So nga babeti at ma Satanist. Kuti bakana. Teti bakani. Because only people who like doing magic things ever sangwa kumanda ushiku.
Let me ask you a question based on what happened yesterday then. If this sort of violent behavior is a sign of what is to come, do you think we are going to be safe as Zambians going to Thursday, the 12th of August 2021, when we cast our votes, basing in mind also that the Electoral Commission of Zambia, as of today, has banned political rallies? And so, of course, I know that the Chief Election Officer, Patrick Shindano, said, we've just banned rallies. We've not banned campaigns. And campaigns will include also door-to-door issues. Do you think then that the Zambian people are safe for both sides, the PF and the opposition?
No, the Zambian people, they are very safe. Since we started our campaigns, especially here in Indola, we have been campaigning freely. We have been campaigning as brothers and sisters here in Indola. The UPND in Kabushi, we have been meeting, we have been greeting each other. I saw some incidents in Kabushi where they wanted to provoke the PF, and I have been talking to them. I've been telling them, guys, these are just politics. At the end of the day, we are coming from the same community. Let us behave. Let us conduct these elections in the conducive environment. We only have one day to vote, and that is the 12th of August. And it's not only, it is not even a day. They're just hours from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
They're just hours. So then after that, what next? Okay? So I've been encouraging my brothers and sisters from the UPND to be civil. Okay? But for them...
And you've been conducting yourself in a civil manner.
Exactly. When you come to Kabushi, ask the UPND themselves. Even giving them money to go and feed their cadres, we do that. Ask them. Ask the councillors for UPND in Kabushi Constituency. Ask them. They will tell you it is true. We meet them. Their cadres, they are not even had a bottle of water. We stop and give them, go and buy water for your cadres. Because we are brothers. Ask them. That's how we have been campaigning in Kabushi Constituency. Even hugging each other with the UPND in Kabushi Constituency. So the people of Zambia, they are very safe under the leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu. President Edgar Chagwa Lungu vowed that he will not tolerate any form of lawlessness, any form of violence before, during, and after the 12th of August general election. So that is a sign, that is a comfort enough to the people of Zambia to know that the 2021 general elections will be free and fair, free from violence. But today, I'm very shocked that the UPND, they want to start provoking the people of Zambia. They want to start provoking the innocent PF cadres, the innocent PF members. They want to provoke them. They want to start fighting innocent people. They want to start throwing stones, damaging people's cars. For what? President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has vowed that he will not allow anyone to injure anyone for him to go to State House. Anyone to beat anybody for him to go to State House. He has said, no, we are going to compete based on our manifesto. That is the thing which we're going to compete on.
And you're basing the aspect that the UPND is provoking Zambians on what happened at the grave site
Exactly.
Yesterday.
Because the behavior of the UPND yesterday was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Today, the UPND member called Zimba, he was interviewed. And the whole district, I don't know if it's a district chairman, he was saying he's very ignorant about the incidents which happened yesterday. This young boy called Anthony Ward, he was called today. He was saying he's very ignorant also about the incidents which happened yesterday. He started talking about things which was not even connected to the issue. He was talking about the economy. For us as a party, as government, we are doing everything possible to make sure that we improve this economy. This is not a Zambia we used to see 15 years, 20 years down the line. Zambia has changed. If they are talking about the economy, this economy which we are seeing today, the economy we want to change, the economy we have been changing with His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the people destroyed this economy, the Akaindes and the group.
How?
When they sold companies to our brothers and sisters from outside.
You are right. A lot of and it's been in the media for a very long time. Hakainde sold the mines, he did this and that. But this is a person who, we have been told, was a consultant hired by government, and he advised government, and government went ahead and made that decision.
Exactly, exactly. Hakainde Hichilema. Me, I sat with the late president, Dr. Frederick Chiluba, may he so rest in peace, in Kablonga. Dr. Frederick Chiluba, I used to go there. I used to go there. Is the one who was even encouraging me to come to Kabushi. He told me, Bowman, your uncle was a first Democratic MP for Kabushi, Abraham Mokola. Start organizing yourself so that you go and stand in Kabushi as Member of Parliament. President Frederick Chiluba used to tell me, Bowman, I have a neighbor. We had an option to take consultants from London, from America, from Asia, from wherever, to come and advise government. But it was a cabinet decision that we have our people who have just graduated. We have people who are coming from the University of Zambia, the people we can use so that we can also empower our own people. That is the reason why Hakainde Hichilema and the group, Hakainde Hichilema and his group, they were given an opportunity to conduct privatization on behalf of government. And the things which they did, they were not giving the adequate information to government. That's why today, Hakainde Hichilema, kunokopa beoti tumuitati wamagwagu nipompwe mwishibila nsala. Opo tumuita kuno. Because he failed to advise. And he was advising for him to benefit, which is very unfortunate.
And government, the entire government machinery failed to see through this bad advice.
My friend, government is a system. And if we say this is the guy and the team we have entrusted to advise government and also to negotiate on behalf of government, if they come to us and they say something that this thing here, what we have decided is that for this investor to get this, the best price for this is this one. The best example, I remember very well Madam Edith Nawakwe, she gave us a very practical example on Sunny Livingston, how the transaction was. Okay, this side is the guy who's representing government. This side, the people bought Sunny, he became the chairman. It was very unusual, very unusual. So for us, the economy which we are working on is an economy which these crooks, Hakainde Hichilema and his colleagues, they plundered.
And you've been working on this for 10 years. You failed to work on it for 10 years.
Rebuilding the economy is not easy. Rebuilding an economy is not easy. Rebuilding this Zambian economy, it will take a good time for us to come back to our levels where all of us will say, now we can cruise. Okay?
I'm confused because look, we had, may he so rest in peace, Dr. Levi Patrick Mwanawasa. The economy was growing at around 7% of GDP, 6% annually. The Patriotic Front came into office in 2011. Slowly, the GDP of the country started to dwindle. Now we are in the negatives. Are you still going to blame the Haga and the Ijlemas, who are the thieves, as you call them?
My friend, the implication...
What made Levi Patrick Mwanawasa able to grow the economy at around 7% GDP? And you, as the Patriotic Front, as of 2014, the economic situation in Zambia started to dwindle. I know that around that time, we went into 2015 and we lost our, President Michael Chilufya may so rest in peace. But it has never picked since then.
I can assure you that Zambia's economy, we have been doing very well under the leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the PF. We've been doing very well.
I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean.
Explain to you
when you say we've been doing very well. When our GDP has been, it's in the negative.
Are you aware that we had the growth in our economy between 2020 to 2021 under the very difficult conditions of COVID-19?
And
are you aware
what led to that?
Because of the good leadership.
The copper prices were at the highest.
No. Are you aware?
Copper is our major export.
Wait, also, it's not about the copper prices. It's a good leadership. It is a good leadership. That's why we have seen this growth. It's a good leadership. Other economies in this world, they are collapsing under the midst of COVID-19. They have collapsed. People, they have lost jobs. People have lost jobs. When you go to England today, unemployment level, it has gone up for the first time in the history of the United Kingdom.
Oh, when you compare the
unemployment
levels,
it's not about comparing.
When you compare the percentage,
no, it's not
there
about
are more people employed in the UK than there are in
we are talking about the situation, the COVID situation. Yes. It's not a normal situation.
No, it's not.
It's not a normal situation, and for us as a country, we have recorded a positive. For us as a country,
let's talk about this. Let me just remind you. We have So when Felix Ntati is vice president, is finance minister, he inadvertently starts to implement austerity measures. When Margaret Monakato was finance minister, she actually announced austerity measures because the economy was not doing well. Announced austerity measures. The president, on a day, and I've said this to you before, on a day that you yourself featured on a radio station in Lusaka and said, everyone who's saying that the economy is not doing well should just shut up. The president on that very Wednesday went ahead and launched the Economic Recovery Program. Exactly. What are we recovering from if we've been doing well? That's the question.
Recovering, Kausu, I've told you that building the economy, it is not something which we can just do it in the creep of an eye. No. It is a process. So the recovery process which the president was talking about, he wasn't meaning that we are not growing. We are growing, but we need to recover. We need to recover.
Recover from what?
The economy has to come back to the levels where all of us will be comfortable now to say, now we are in these levels and we can move, we can construct roads because we have access money to build roads. We can build more hospitals because our economy, the agriculture, we are getting profits from the agriculture sector. We are getting profits from aquaculture sector. The economy has to reach a stage where, when we talk about foreign reserves, we have good numbers. When you talk about the national coffers. We have money to pay at any given time. We can use this money to build schools. We can use this money to build hospitals. So the president's stance of the economy, to recover the economy, we all supported. And for us as the members of his cabinet, actually, we even volunteered to cut our salaries. We sacrificed. We were not getting the actual monies which we were supposed to get. We said, we can't get this money, remove a certain percentage and let it go.
Was that a voluntary thing or it was a directive? It
was a voluntary thing. We needed to sign. It was a voluntary thing. If you didn't want your money to go, you can't even sign. But it was a voluntary. Okay. And we did that.
We have
so for me, I can assure you that the economy of this country, the people who destroyed this economy, it's Akainde Ichilema and the friends.
Let's listen to some of the views from the
conclude.
And the viewers.
The viewers, they are just going to interact with me. It's me who's talking because I've come here to talk. So those people, the Akaindes and the group, they should not even come here and say, Barry will fix my foot. Which fixing? They will come and fix what? The things which they destroyed. Then they said they will fix. Let them go and fix the cows in Mwanze. For us as a country, we have a president who's working on a lot of economic recoveries in this country. We have a president who's building roads. We have a president akainde ichile pakuisa kuno kundola apitile mumisebo shakwa Edgar Chagwalungu olwale am Shoprite ashitobu ngakainde kuchilema nima good policy yakwa Edgar Chagwalungu agriculture okwalele alipiranga tushinga alipiranga tushi. It's a good policy yakwa Edgar Chagwalungu in hospitality. Olwaishire ndokufuma kulusaka nemetuko kufika kuno. It's a good policy and good leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwalungu, who has managed to keep our country at peace.
Let me ask you this question. So Hakainde Hichilema, who is an opposition political party leader, visits the Copper Belt, and it prompts you to feature on a TV and radio station to talk about his visit. How much? Just a minute. Just a minute. I want to ask. Listen to my question. So, does he bring such discomfort that anytime he moves anywhere close?
Politician no naso line. Politician no ninga wina fenaini. Akawinda akandolere limbi munda tuwabako tuwaisaba limbi kuli ine limbi kuti afuma kona number 3. Kuli ba Edgar Chagwalungu because afuma number 6 uli. Awina mu province imu. Akainde awina mu province imu.
I don't understand what you mean number 6.
Awina mu province imu.
Please explain that.
Takwata supporti. Akwata support ku province imu. Already province 30 imu tuwale ku state house bufi. Because mu province mu southern province mu liba PF mbwe, including the chiefs. They have now decided we cannot continue to support this loser. He won't take us anywhere.
Okay. Let's interact with the listeners.
Radio. Radio, we interact with the people. We interact with the people. You also radio to interact na one.
So it has nothing to do with anyone.
It has nothing to do. Akainde me. You will then say vanyawe.
0212-617140 is the number that you call to get through to the program. 0212-617140. And if you feel text inclined, our WhatsApp line is 0971-555-885. Let's listen to your views. For those of you that are calling us and are watching us either via Topstar or Facebook, and for those of you that are listening to us on radio, 0212-617140. Have some callers. Good evening, caller.
Hello, Mwabombe.
Mkwai, Mwabombe. Nwana ni abaretuma, baretumina na kuisa Mkwai.
Neo dire chacha kwenye kumasaiti.
Mkwai.
Na isabi na kutiri kuna isanga na kutopita. babonisa mwezi matimino konde mina banenu mupiri mule timira ndetu ntiko mule bomba atukula susho muneno awu ndiko mule ndesyo yes muli pana papa achano pana potire mule ndifire tikali letula no mule sekera macho ndifire tari buino jani ekenzo tsari muntu tire atu watamaka kusala ndenga mwana batata mani musura tuto adi mutemwa
Okay, thank you for your call. 0212617140. That's 0212617140. Your text messages will be received on 0971555885. Good evening, you're through to Sun FM.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, could you kindly tell us your name and where you're calling from?
This is A.K. Robinson. I'm calling you from Lusaka.
Your name again?
A.K. Robinson.
A.K. Robinson from Lusaka. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to contribute or rather advise the Honorable.
Yes.
Lusambo. Yes, so sir, whatever happens this year, please maintain the peace. You are still the party in power and you still have that responsibility. So please, whatever happens this year, maintain the peace. We need peace as Zambians.
Okay. Thank you.
That is all I have to say. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take in 3 more calls, perhaps. 0212617140. 0212617140. Your text messages via WhatsApp 0971555885.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, you are speaking to Mr. Songwana, calling from Luansha.
Mr. Songwana from Luansha. Please go ahead.
Yes. In the first place, I want to advise Lusambo. Lusambo, you need to have a mature heart. You are speaking to the president of UPNG. You're trying to insult Hakainde Ichilema. You see, this will not win you because I want to Kabushi, but then instead Tukana. So if those guys in Kabushi are going to vote for you, I doubt. And if we can vote for Edgar Lungu, we doubt. Definitely Hakainde Ichilema, the one you are insulting today, is going to win this election. You cut my finger. Zambians are for a change. You failed as UPF. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Let's have you respond to those 3 calls so far.
Ati banani? Ati Mashani?
Vasungwana.
Vasungwana usena besho forera ndapo. Ati ukati svinga. Nkayaba putura vyo kuboko. Nomba shirefa no kuyaba putura kuboko. Because tabeshi vyo forera ndapo. So Vasungwana sungeni tukondo twenu. Mwira umfwa mwaisa fye mkulanda pa radio tamwishi beno fo mulera ndapara sungenu tukondo twenu. Pantu pano taparure tukanensere. Pano fo tuachira condemn violence. Tuachira condemn violence yabena Hakainde Ichilema and their team. And for us, we have vowed here in Ndola and Copper Belt province that we are not going to engage ourselves in any form of violence. Because the churches, they have said, please don't fight. The senior citizens, they have told us, don't fight. The people of Zambia, they are saying, why should we be fighting? Because of campaigns, because of politics. And as we have said, no, we have heard. We cannot fight UPND, we cannot fight DP, we cannot, because we are brothers and sisters. But by UPND, walimonapo whatever te bola, aba ichenga wale te bola, olu bale chipantila mumulu, olu bale ilumba ben, chabwela again chamumulu, chabwela. Ema politics chati aba UPND. Bene bafuwe kumfa, ba UPND nabo mo muntuku, yo ba UPND nabo mo muntuku. But bola yaba PF ni punch. Na system ile moneka pa, system ile moneka. Nechi panda chaba punch. Takuwa kutera bola mulu mwaingisha bufi. Bola kutera punch elu mwaingisha. So ifu ba UPND teti tubatine nangubaka yepanda obwashani nangubafume kumanda 18 hours. Ifu teti tubatine. Because we know ourselves. We know the relationship which we have created with the people of Zambia. We are not Satanists. tatufumana kumanda 18 hours na bwiroro mrefu kumanda. We have to respect graveyards. The graveyard is not a battling field. A graveyard we have to respect.
There was a battle at the graveyard.
Everybody extra pakuti batutobere nenyotoka. Nichi baide mkuchita baide mkushika nangu baide kurubuli. Because abali nechirishi. Kuti bakwata na maka ya kutoa imyotoka shabe. Nabali nechirishi. Kuti bakwatira pesa maka ya kutoa imyotoka shabe. Kuti bakwatira pesa maka ya kutukana ensere. Abali nechirishi. Ninjisho bakapokola bali monefyachiti. Kero bakapokola bamukopa belt na libesho bali kosolo bakali. Ero bali nakaende ichilema. Ngamamona bakapokola nabe mini na filia. Don't be mistaken that they are useless. Bakapokola ngabasta react. Tabaka batemwa be nakaende. Ofo bakapokola bala pera space. Watstefia upuba bakupera space. Watstefia upuba bakupera space. Ubushiku bakesala that enough is enough. Bali abakambo okulira bali. Which is very unfortunate. Tien tuchitefya ma politics ala. Ukulusa kwena bali lusa kale. Tien tuchitefya ma politics. So abo bale foko ya baputure chikondo. Nga bachibika poku bokonga nalia baputure mbaka kondo. Kaina beshwa tibaka ya babika kufe bandage. Amafipatala emijomo shiri. Mufipatala inyere tibaka ya batunga baka babile. Na beshiwa. Nombo okuboko nga bachibika poku boko bayishi bati okuboko kwandikwaya nga bamputula. So tatwakaye baputula nakakondo because tatukwete nshita ya kuyangu tukondo. Ifwe tukwete nshita ya kubombera Zambians. So bali aba tumine kulwansha tulefwaya pa 12 of August pa 13 bakese tuma again phone. Ofo tulefwaya bakese tuma again phone. Ubwafya waba UPND. Ubwafya waba UPND. It's not a party. UPND. Okay? It's a cult. Iya UPND cult. So HHR bafurunganya mano ba UPND. Badi sangu kefikopo. Nangu parliament. Intelligent people like Gary Nkombo, Jack Mwimbo, Kangombe for Sesheke, Mulusa. Aba kichenda naba monandambo nokuta. You know, I was with Mulusa at school. Very intelligent young man. But ngaisa ku parliament. Banu afya mention parliament nishina ba kuli akaende ichile makunyuka sama naba beba. Imwe kuli B10 atikarandeni no. Basa mukulanda no ya B10 basa mukunje ba guys ati Bowman uyu muntu wesu wa fake. Na tuweba tukane fiancefi. Nomba ifwe fuma constituency fiesu fikulu. Elo mumu ifintu ifili very important. Nomba na tuweba tukane. Bakana B10 yafuma. After B10 2 minutes ati yo tulefwa tulete na imbi nani tutete nani delimited ama nani ama constituencies abantu bashana batondokanyesha. So awabale kurwansha, I can assure him that he's just wasting his time in UPND. Let him do other things.
Oh, what's your message? What's your message to the people of Kabushi this evening?
I'm just coming from Kabushi Constituency. The message for the people of Kabushi Constituency is already there. I'm talking to them one-on-one. We are doing door-to-door campaign, and we are meeting actual voters in Kabushi Constituency. And for me and the people of Kabushi Constituency, they know the bulldozer, they know Edgar Chagwalungu, they know Pioka Councillor, they know Fabian Mwanza, they know Chota, they know Francis Kazembe, they know Florence Mwambazi, they know all our councillors in Kabushi Constituency. Kausu, I can only invite you to come to Kabushi Constituency. Afuru ikemo olubiro mairo echechi muri. Na umfapo na umonako posting yako Kabushi Constituency kubena echechi. Bebe aka inde ichire mo wapitire mu Kabushi mairo poster ofo wasangire mu Kabushi. Let him post ofo basangire mu Kabushi mairo. Afuru ikemo olubiro muri mu Kabushi Constituency. Na rimwe bati mu Kabushi Constituency temwa kwisa. Okay? But because the embarrassment which they faced in Kabushi Constituency, pa social media karibala ni ba magulu mu social media bena post a fefi fiance fe ba post Kabushi Constituency really quiet. Why? Because he was embarrassed. Dimbinowa mu pisishe mu Kabushi Constituency no shitane nchito naipwa. And let's expect Kabushi Constituency ya alamu pela ko dimbi bantu bala imyako amaboko ya UPND mu Kabushi zilo. Kabushi Constituency is a bedroom for PF and His Excellency Edgar Chagwalungu and the bulldozer. So for me, I want to urge the people in the Copperbelt province, don't waste time and start listening to Aka in the HDM. We have people here on the Copperbelt province. Up to now, they haven't received their benefits from the Aka in the HDM groups. And I can assure you,
the Electoral Commission of Zambia has announced that there will be no campaigns, no rallies.
No, if I can't
is this going to affect how
no,
you
no, not just. But they bola ya mumulu, eba affected. If they bola ya mumulu, they bola ya punch. If we into twakwata ya kulanda na abantu, because tuwaisamu kubombela abantu. Abena aka inde into ya kwata ya kutista excite abantu ifyabufi. That's why always pa social media, okay? So that abantu wambe kutontonganya, oh, ba PF bachilapita mtauni, bachibabuinga pa atipashani bus stop hapo. Pamulungushi bus stop. Ifyabufi. I was there. We had more than 60 vehicles. Elo baisa kopama ama taxi ya vini. That's 68 vehicles yadi kwisa 68 vehicles. Pakutuba kopi ama taxi ya vini. Elo balanda na Aka in the HM. You know that Aka in the HM is very ignorant. He's done ahead politically, that man. Very ignorant politically.
And with his
ignorance, I can assure
with his ignorance, he was able to dupe the Zambian government into selling mines. With his ignorance, he's been able to lead.
That's not political. That is not. That is
with his ignorance, he's been able to lead.
That is business.
Yes, even with his ignorance, he's been able to.
We have crooks. We have crooks, businessmen and women. In business, we have crooks.
So, but with his ignorance, he's been able to lead the political party for the last 10 years or so.
Aka in the HDM, idia political party, finisha achitapo. Ukabe shoba UPND ati abika moshinga. Mupodi. Why shoba UPND ifwe tuwaledi pila 500 kwacha. Ya kupata. Why shoba UPND shoba ledi pila 5,000 kwacha. Ifwe chitenge chesu cha PF tushita 3,000 kwacha. Ba UPND bashita 35,000 kwacha. That guy is a crook. He has been stealing even from his own members. Stealing. Aka in the HDM, badiani ba opposition. Hali ingile chokubeba imamu alipira 200 kwacha because nina alikuwa 10 darama. 156 na lami lipira. If tenge mu alashita pali 15, ishishonse na alipira. Efi bomba leader ifyo. No mba afirwa ukushita tenge umuntu nga wakupera adoption walipira first 5,000 kwacha. From paying 5,000 kwacha, and you are directed to buy material, chitenge material for 35,000 kwacha. Elo kukumbiare yumfuati na likuwa tempia. Why some politics? You're supposed to show at ine I can help people. Aka in the HDM is very stingy, and Zambians, they don't need stingy people.
Okay.
Zambians, they want leaders who will think for them.
It's a few seconds before 21 hours. Thank you very much for coming through. I hope to see you on Saturday, Saturday Night Live with Saturday Night Live with
so in bakauswa pande and therefore kwa Mazambians ukwati abo bambi abale chancellor akainde ichilema mukaye pushabe ne ba UPND aba na akainde ichilema no kata akainde ichilema kwata tu leadership imu UPND ali kwata iyabena mutale na Rumango barero leke shairia ngabafuma ko ba mutale na Rumango ala kwata the inner leadership yakwe wa Tonga, the only Tongas in that circle. Manumango nishinala ala kufamu bare tita plan fimbi abena akaende chile. It happened to Teta Mashimba. And I was very disappointed that even other relatives of Teta Mashimba, they are in UPND after that embarrassment.
Okay.
Which is the late Teta Mashimba received from the UPND. So for me, tonight, we have the President Edgar Chagwalungu, and on the 12th of August, 13, President Edgar Chagwalungu will hand over power to himself because he will continue leading this country.
Okay.
So from President Edgar Chagwalungu to President Edgar Chagwalungu. So however they land over kulwansha mubebi ati bakamba ofuta tulelalila tulefwa abantu besu bekabakowesha.
I'm so glad that you watched this video onto Davi-tech-media. Remember, if you are joining me for the first time, don't forget to click subscription button and hit that notification bell to be the very first person to receive the video that will be posted and produced by Davi-tech-media. Remember, Davi-tech-media updating you. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.